Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So guys, what is Doge? No, I'm not talking about crypto and no, it's also not a meme. Doge stands for the Department of Government Efficiency and it might be the most unorthodox political project America has seen in the decades. So guys, it wasn't created by the Congress. There were no hearings, no votes, no debate. Dodge came into existence with just one signature, an executive order by the President Donald Trump that makes it legal but not exactly traditional. So, the idea behind Dodge fix Washington, cut the red tape, eliminate waste, modernize outdated systems. Trump claimed Dodge could save the government up to $2 trillion a year. That number got even more attention when Elon Musk signed on. That's right. Elon Musk, the billionaire behind Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter, is now officially involved in reshaping the federal government. He started out saying he would help as a volunteer, but soon the White House confirmed the he has taken as an unpaid position as a special government employee, a real federal status for people working temporarily for the government. So technically, yes, Elon Musk becomes a US government employee, not to advise on energy, space, or transportation, but to help restructure the entire federal system. His appointment set off as a political firestorm. How supporters saw Musk as a bold reformer with no ties to the bureaucracy. Critics called it as a dangerous power grab, one that handed enormous influence to a private billionaire with almost no oversight. Musk pushed back, saying Dodge is about delivering what voters wanted, a more efficient and less bloated government. Since launching, Dodge has made bold moves. It claims to have cut over $1 billion in DEI contracts, particularly, and also defunded entire programs at agencies like USAID. Also offered buyouts to over 2 million federal workers. Some of those workers were later rehired after the backlash or logistical chaos. And while Dodge promotes its actions loudly on social media, hard data is scarce. There has been no public breakdown of what exactly was cut, what was saved, or what's the long term impact of this. That lack of transparency has sparked the legal challenges. Lawsuits are already hitting the courts, accusing Dodge of violating congressional spending laws. One federal judge even blocked Dodge from accessing the certain Treasury Department records, calling it as a breach of authority. And then there is the business fallout. Tesla just posted its worst quarter in the 3 years. Consumer boycotts, investor backlash. Some nations are even threatening regulatory reviews of Musk companies, citing concerns about his growing political influence. So, under this pressure, Musk recently announced that he is scaling back. Going forward, he will spend just 1 or 2 days a week on Dodge, citing the 130-day limit on temporary federal workers. But he didn't walk away. He said he will keep helping as long as the president wants me to. So, what was the public opinion? It's complicated. A February CBS poll showed support for Dodge's goals, especially among Republicans. But more than half of Americans views Musk negatively. So while people might like the mission, they are not sure about the man leading it. The big question now is what happens next? Will Dodge survive the lawsuits and scrutiny? Can it actually deliver the trillions in savings it promised? And if Musk eventually steps away, can the initiative still function without his outsized influence? So, guys, one thing is for sure Dodge is no longer a fringe idea. It's become a symbol of reform, of executive power, and of how easily one man can shake the foundations of a government. So, guys, I am Lakhan Tanwani and I will sign off. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this video. Is Dodge the future of a governance or a dangerous concentration of power? Stay informed, stay sharp, and I will see you in the next video.